It's Wednesday the 10th of April. Just got up from nights, so my head's a bit all over the place. I'm finding it harder and harder to keep up with the younger elements as I work that I work with. I'm 43 now. My patrol partner last night was 24. But experience always wins through. Like I said, just finding that every knock you get now, it's getting a little bit tougher to bounce back from. I suppose the ex-forces lads will realise that we've knackered our bodies up at young ages by packs, running, long marches, exercises, stuff like that. So the Manchester's government had the best years of me out of my body. Now I'm beginning to suffer. What's been going on? I've had a look at the UK debt clock that's on the interweb, and that's over 1 trillion. Still, this is after all the austerity we've had for years and years. We've been running austerity now. We're not getting the debt down. And it says on this web, this debt clock site that the government figures are 1 trillion and 1 point something trillion. But in real terms, it could be anything up to 4 trillion. That's once they start including the pensions, public service pensions, armed forces pensions, etc., stuff like that. So this austerity we're having isn't getting the debt down. It's going up because we've borrowed too much money, appeasing people. What else we've had? We've had the ex-Prime Minister of the United Kingdom and the First Lady Prime Minister we've ever had was Margaret Thatcher. She died a couple of days back. She was in my opinion, a very strong woman. The country's fairly divided on like or disliking her. She's done some bad things, and on the other hand, she's done some good things. I like her because she had balls, and she wouldn't. I think one of the sayings is, "This lady's not for turning." Once she'd made her mind up, and that was it. She was hell bent on doing it. That's why I liked her. We haven't got any politicians these days who have got the balls to turn around and say, enough's enough, this is what's going to happen, don't care if you don't like it, this is how it's going to happen. So yeah, she's passed away. They'll be having a full state funeral for her with military honours. Why she gets military honours, I don't know. I don't know if that's because she was a Prime Minister when we've gone to war, which is the Falklands War. I'm not sure if they get it because of that. But yeah, I liked her. What else we got? A lad called Potts has been sentenced to life imprisonment with a minimum of 15 years. That's for killing his 6 kids in a fire in the house. The reason Potts has started the fire was because he wanted a bigger council house, or to our American friends and cousins, he wanted a bigger welfare house. Basically, the council, the local governments, give him a house to live in. He had 11 kids, I believe. He said the house wasn't big enough for him. He wanted a bigger house. They refused. So he made up some cock and bull story over a number of weeks and months that he was getting threats from his ex-partner. And in the end, him and his wife set a fire in the house. The fire got out of control too quickly, and 6 of the kids died. He's now got life to 15 years. With a minimum of 15 years, sorry, for killing 6 kids, 6 little ones, all because he wanted a council house. And this is the problem we're having. We've had generation after generation who have lived on welfare benefits, whatever you want, keep, screaming, oh, we can't get a job, we can't do this. Before the recession and before the depression, whatever you want to call it, we're in now. These people haven't worked anyway. They're just generation and generation of welfare grabbers. Me, I've always worked all my life. And I've worked for really crap pay, and on the other hand, I've worked for really high pay. But I've always worked, and I think that's the Um, that sets me apart from other people. It's my work ethic, and I'm passing it on to my kids now. That they don't get anything for nothing. They have to do something to be rewarded. So you know, hopefully that work ethic will stick with them for the rest of their lives. Um, Shout out to Kay Velasca, which I'm going to do a quick review in a minute on some of the items I've purchased lately since I've last been talking to you, and some of the tools and stuff like that. We were going from car boot sales, flea markets, whatever you want to call them. I think maybe garage sales or something like that, or you know, estate sales type of thing. So just to have a quick look round. So Kay Velasca, big thumbs up to you, mate. That's it. Yeah, we've had nothing really of Cyprus. They've passed their austerity. They've had a few riots. People have gone back to the EU saying, well, we're not having this where you're going to take money off everybody. So what they said is anybody with over €100,000, they'll get charged this percentage in tax. Well, I still don't think it's fair that you could have worked all your life, savings, you know, saved all your life, and all of a sudden the government's going to come and take 40% of that away. So all it says to me is, don't put jack shit in the bank. Keep a minimum if you can, or spread it around the banks, or at least a banking system where you know you can transfer between banks at the same group. So yeah, it's just things like that have annoyed me. So we'll have a quick look at what I've bought lately. So what we're going to start off with. Well, my wife had gone shopping and she'd bought some of this stuff. Lynx, what is it, all-in-one hair shampoo or gel shampoo. This is with conditioner. It's something like £3.20, I think it was anyway, per one of these. And she said she'd liked them, so she bought two. My little lad likes them. She's getting to that age now where he's trying to attract the opposite sex. I'm going to have to have that talk with him sooner or later. Yeah, so I think it was £3.20. When I went there, my wife had said, yeah, they're on special. She'd only bought two of them. So I couldn't work that out in my mind, why you'd only buy two of them. When they originally, I'm sure it was £3.20, and they're on sale for £1, I think it was £1.70 something, or £1.80 something. So I bought two trays. The reason I bought two trays, that's all they had. But to me, it's long term. We're going to use them. So I've saved, you know, X amount of pounds buying the lot over a long period. My wife complains when I come in with deals like this, but at the end of the day, she'll still use them, and my little lad will use them. I don't particularly like this type of stuff, but yeah, so I just went and bought that stuff. What else have I got? I went to the car boot sale on last Sunday. I got some hand tools. You know, a little hand drill. They all need cleaning up. That was £1.50, I believe. Yeah, £1.50. It's made in England, so it's not a cheap Chinese bit of kit. So yeah, that's £1.50 for that. I've got an Orga. I can't remember. Oh, this is made in Czechoslovakia. I think it's something York, I think it's called. Yeah, I'm sure it's called an Orga. My accent doesn't help neither, does it? So yeah, some hand tools, you know. And these were, I can't remember, there's 50p a piece. Yeah, sorry, yeah, it's 50p a piece. And they need cleaning up, need sharpening. There's still a fairly decent little edge on them. Not something I'd want to risk me life, bet my life on, but yeah, 50p a piece. You can't really go wrong with that. But yeah, that's all they had of them. So I just took these, and I had to walk around this car boot sale. This was £2. And it worked. Yeah, I think it's Chinese. Chinese. Where's it made? Let's have a look. No, I'm not telling you where it's made. I'd say it'd be made in China or something like that anyway. But yeah, it's a bit knocked up, but it works. I've already put a couple of rivets through it. Always handy to have. The reason I've got these tools is because, as you probably noticed, there's no power, no batteries, no leads or anything like that. So I can drill into things, shape things, fix things together. I'll have to get some more of these. So that'll be alright. I've already got one similar to this, but made by a different company. That's why I reckon they're made in, Chinese made. That I used on my Land Rover to pop rivet the cover back on the where the gear lever is and stuff like that on the Landy. But yeah, they don't take any power. Didn't cost a lot, and they can all be cleaned up. The chisels need cleaning up, sanding down type of thing, and then or wire woolly cleaning, bring no more rust on, and then get a new tip on them. And the same with the drills. Just need cleaning up. The actions on them are quite smooth, and they have been, they are oiled. Just need a bit more cleaning. Right then, let's have a look at this stuff here for Cave Alaska. I can't remember it. I think it was Southern Prepper was on about storing toilet roll. Well, I've probably got 6 or 7 packs of, these big 24 toilet roll things, and I've just thought to myself, they're taking up far too much room. For what they're actually worth, and I'm not going to be bugging out with them. If it comes to throwing everything into the Land Rover or into the Mercedes, then I won't be taking them. But yeah, I decided to have a look at this. And what we've got Huggies, which is a well-known brand, and they were going for £1 for 64. And then you've got Asda, or it could be Tesco's or any of the Walmart type of thing, their own brand, and there's 80 of these wipes, and these were, if I'm not mistaken, 51p. So you got £1 for the Huggies, and then you've got 51p for the home one. Sorry, the generic Asda or Tesco's own, supermarket's own. And these are the two of them. So on this one you've got nice little patterns. This one you haven't. In fact, you can actually see through to the table. Size-wise, I'd say that they're the same. I know it doesn't look like it, but once you've put them side by side, you'll realise there's the strip at the top. So I'd say area coverage as a whole will be the same. Smell. Have a sniff. I'm only kidding. Yeah, it smells alright, that one does. It's got no fragrance, real fragrance in it. It just smells clean, if you know what I mean. And that one's exactly the same. No real smell. It does say on this one fragrance free. Quality, right. This is nice and thick. Just put my thumb straight through it. There we go. This is a bit better. So it's a bit tougher. The cheap version's a bit tougher. The amount of fluid in it, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a bit of squeeze it to get some. Yeah, you can see the fluid coming out in my hand. Alright, and then let's do it with this. Hardly any. So this packs more of a punch. This is tougher. So all in all, I reckon, without going to test it to wipe my bum, I'd probably go for the cheap one, to tell you the truth. 51p for 80 wipes against the 64. This is thicker, but your finger goes straight through it. This one, not as much. It's got a pretty pattern on it. Not bothered about that, and it smells a little bit better. Only a fraction better though. So I think the ultimate winner of this one will be the Smart Price wipes at 51p for 80.